Hello again. Working in a primary school, I'm constantly asked by teachers to make things for them, and one of their most popular requests is to make book stands or book display stands. We often use topics in schools, for instance the North Pole and the South Pole, and they're very keen to display the books so that children can see the pictures very easily. There are lots of different kinds of display stands. This is a rather clever design, made of metal, and it folds up flat. We've also got some of these. I don't know how old these are. They probably date back a few years. I don't know if they're still made anymore. I think they'll probably last forever. They're very delightfully over-engineered. But I make my own. The problem with the ones you buy, I've had a quick look on the internet, and they work out the cheapest I can find are around about £2 each, and we never seem to have enough here, and then when we do have some, they seem to mysteriously disappear. So here's my design for making a very simple book display stand out of Correx, and it works out at about 35p each. As you may know if you watched these videos before, I do really like this material. It comes in two thicknesses. You could make it, the book stand, from the thinner 3mm thickness, but I make it out of the 4mm to make them really strong. They have these flutes, these holes, I don't know if you can see that run through the Correx. I think that the display stand works better if you have these flutes running acrosswise. So this is a piece about A4 sized, and I've got the flutes running that way. Not essential, but I think it's stronger that way. This is going to make a small display stand. Even though it's small, it will support quite large books. If you've got larger books or heavier books, then obviously scale up the size. We're going to be using a craft knife. This is different to the other videos in this series. I'm not suggesting that pupils do this. I think this is a teacher or a teaching assistant task. I know they're very busy people. If I really get into this, I can make this in about 1.5 minutes. The first thing you do, I always use a safety ruler and a safety mat when using a craft knife. I'm going to score. By scoring I mean cut but not all the way through one end, about 2.5 centimetres, 3 centimetres from the end. I'm not even going to worry about measuring it. Try and get it parallel and score a line. Try not to cut all the way through, and then fold that bit over. It does fold beautifully, this material, like that. And then turn it over, and no, I've got that wrong. You actually keep it that way round. I turned it over before. Keep the cut edge at the bottom and the folded edge at the top. So sorry about the confusion. See, the cut edge is down now. And now I'm going to measure from that fold to the end. I want to find halfway. So not the easiest ruler to use for measuring. I'm going to use this one for measuring. Let's see now, that is about 270, so half of 270 is 135, and again from here, from the fold to the end, 135, and I'm going to score a line along there. So make sure you do turn it over so it's this way up when you score this line. Probably just too enough, there we go. And then fold that up so that you've got a shape like that. Now to stop it collapsing flat, we're going to make a tab here that's going to support it underneath. So again, with that central cut on top, we're going to cut into the back of the book stand. We need to find halfway. Let's see now, this is about 210 wide, so halfway, 150 is about there, 105 rather is about there, and then I'm just going to cut a line from that fold down about halfway. This time I'm cutting all the way through, so I'm cutting down into the cutting mat. Then move it over an equal distance the other side, and again cut down about halfway down this piece like that. You don't really need to be accurate with this. And then, so we've made two cuts. Let me just highlight them for you. One cut there, one cut there. Can you see that? Now here we're going to cut all the way through. So I'm now going to just cut further down, making great care. These are very sharp, these craft knives. So now, can you see that's now free to move? And to make it fold easily, I'm going to score across here, not cut all the way through, just score across there. So I'm just going to cut there like this. And now that will fold over. Can you see how nicely that folds over? And then before we stick it on, we need a tab to stick it on. So just fold it back again, and I'll just highlight it with a pen so you can see. I'm just going to score along the tab there. So once again with the knife, oh, that's the wrong kind of ruler, health and safety. There we go, I'm just going to score, so I'm not cutting all the way through, I'm just scoring, and now I can fold that bit out. Can you see now that I've got a fold and a fold there? So now I can put glue along that surface and glue it to the back of the book stand. Can you see that it looks a bit like a letter A? Okay, again, it doesn't have to be accurate. You can use a low melt glue gun or high melt glue gun. You could even use sellotape. Sellotape works quite well on Correx. Just going to put some glue on that tab here. This is the high melt glue gun, so I'm fairly relaxed about time. There we go, and just take that across and glue it in position. And I'm just going to hold that and count to 10 because that's an important joint and we want it to be really, really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hope that's enough. Probably should have counted to 20. I'm not sure your patience would have lasted that long. So now we've got a very, very strong stand there. We still haven't quite finished because if you put the book there, it's probably going to slide off. It needs something a ledge to stop it sliding off. I've had a few ideas about this. We could just glue a piece of a length of square section wood along here. We could fold it up. It's a pity it doesn't stay folded up by itself, but it does eventually fold flat. Another idea I had was to put some glue along here and to glue a strip of Correx like that. I've done it on this one and that works very well, but recently I've come up with a simpler idea. I love keeping things simple. If we just turn this over, probably would have been easier to have done this earlier on. Can you see I'm going to score another line here, the same side as the first one we did, about halfway across that piece. Just going to score along there with great care with your fingers, and then just fold that bit over. Being a bit stubborn, perhaps I should have scored it a bit more. There we are. That's fine. And hey, voila, there is our finished book stand. It will display quite a wide range of books, and as I said, if you've got the large format books that you sometimes get in primary schools, then just scale up the size, it works just as well. So I hope you enjoy making my very cheap and cheerful book display stand.